ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. This is my co-host Teddy. You might have noticed the beard has disappeared. We're just getting a bit long, a bit messy, so I thought we'd trim it all off and start growing it out again. Something Jack from NCIX really needs to do. Jack, you really need to shave your beard, man. Whoa. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about a virtual reality headset. And it's the BlitzWolf BW-VR2 virtual reality headset. So this was sent to me by the great people over at banggood.com, and I mean, these are becoming quite popular now. It's basically a cheap way to give you a VR experience. So as we open up the front there, you see this is where you'll put your phone. It will fit phones with screen size from 3.5 inch all the way up to a 6 inch phone. See, this just goes out a bit like that to fit the different size phones in, and then you simply just flip the top up like that, whip it on, and off you go. There's plenty of VR apps and that. It's also coming with a little controller here, which is quite interesting. Very basic. You know, it's going to be applicable for some games out there. I mean, it's good it comes with it. It's at least something. But yeah, you know, whatever. You can use it if you want. Quite a few VR games don't actually require a controller to play them. So let's start with talking about the VR headset itself, and then we'll move on to what it's actually like to use. So it's coming with a strong ABS shell with high definition optical resin lenses. It's coming with 8-layer nano coating, which they say reduces 90% of the phone's radiation, which I didn't even think was an issue, but whatever, yeah, it is apparently. Now, the lenses are anti-blue light and anti-reflection, so that's really good. It should take some of the strain out of your eyes, obviously being so close to a screen. And it has this artificial sort of fake leatherette on the back, which is okay. And of course around where you put your face up to on the headset also. So yeah, it's fairly comfortable to use with the leatherette. If I check it on now for you guys, you'll see what it will look like if you're wearing it. So these are all adjustable, the headbands, so you can get it just right. The leatherette around your face is quite soft actually, so that's decent. As with any VR headset, there is a bit of a weight to it, so it does sort of pull your head down like this a little bit, but it's not too bad. It is actually pretty light. Now, as far as adjustability goes, you'll see there's these two knobs up here, and if it shows up on the camera, you'll see that moves the front, so changes the distance the phone will be from your eyes, forward and back. And there's also, if we flip around here, you might be able to see this second adjuster, which makes the lenses either closer or further apart. You can see there in the camera. So this is all very good. This is just so you can adjust it yourself to set it up for your eyes, and it does need some adjustment there. So that's really good too. So then what is it actually like to use? Now, if you remember back, I have used the Oculus Rift. I played a bunch of games with that. I made a video about it. And I actually quite like VR. It's a really cool experience. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. Now, as far as the VR experience goes with this headset, I mean, it's definitely nothing like what you'll find with the Oculus or, say, the HTC Vive or anything. But it does give you sort of the entry level or a basic VR experience. It's definitely different, that's for sure. It was a lot... I expected it to be kind of pathetic, really, to be honest, with your face so close up to a phone. But it's actually quite decent. When I was playing a roller coaster game on it, it was actually quite cool, and it did give me that same sort of stomach dropping sensation like you get on a roller coaster that I got when I was using the Oculus Rift and playing the roller coaster game on that. So it is actually quite good in that aspect, and it is, it is a more basic VR experience, but it still is a VR experience, and that's what's really cool. This front also comes off if you want to let in a little bit more light or anything like that. And it's all magnetic, which is nice, and just snaps together. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with it, really. Honestly, I think you're going to have a decent experience out of this guy, and I would recommend it for anyone that maybe hasn't tried VR and just wants something new, a fun little toy to try. It is worth it, and I would definitely recommend it for you guys to try out for that aspect. Now, one thing I will mention is the motion sickness that is present with this device, which is the same with every VR headset. You will get motion sickness depending on what type of person you are. It will have an effect on you, and I did get it with this guy also, but I did also get it massively with the Oculus. So that's just something, me personally, I do get motion sick quite easily. I get seasick, I get car sick, so it takes a bigger toll on me, but it's just something to keep in mind. If you're a person that gets motion sick easily, then maybe, you know, give this one a miss, because it might make it that much worse for you. However, if you're a person that doesn't get motion sickness at all, or just gets it very minimally, then you should be absolutely fine with this. And even for me, who does get motion sick, I still could use it for, say, like 15 minutes, half an hour at a time before I would really feel it sort of coming on. And it is dependent on what game you are playing with it, or what app you are using with it. Which brings us then to the conclusion then. So what do I make of the BlitzWolf BR-VR2 virtual reality headset? So it's coming in with a price of $21 US over on Banggood.com. So that's really, really cheap. Honestly, you know, anybody's going to be able to afford this guy, and of course you're already going to have your phone, so you don't need any prerequisite, you know, hardware or anything. You just chuck your phone straight into it, and off you go. And for that, I would say definitely go for it. Honestly, if you're just looking for a fun new toy to play with, it is really cool. It's a really fun experience, and I really quite like it. It's comfortable, it's nice, it's quite basic, but there's the adjustability there, and it seems, you know, pretty well made for the most part. I don't see this guy breaking anytime soon, because its function is, again, quite basic. It doesn't have to do a whole lot. So yeah, decent virtual reality headset. Give it a try. I would highly recommend it. If you've never tried VR, yeah, maybe think about investing in one of these. It will give you a taste of what the virtual reality experience is like. Now, I thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.